what that actually means for us.
Give us the link to the stream so we can check it out.
Well, oh, something's happening. Oh, something's happening. Yeah, it appears to be working on my end, so give me 1 second. I gotta find my own fucking YouTube channel. Okay. That is a link to my channel. It should show that I am currently live streaming.
Clicking.
Let me know if you guys can see it.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
You guys can see it.
And I can hear me.
Check.
And I can hear Taylor.
Okay, everything's good?
Taylor.
Okay, everything's good?
Allie. Anne,
Hello.
speak.
Hi. Hello.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay, stream's working.
Okay, cool. So there's maybe 5 seconds of latency, it sounds like. Not bad. Okay, well, let's do the thing then. What happened? Yeah, see, you get it.
I was just scrolling and I found that. I was like, okay, no, I have to post that. We were talking about it.
All right. Let's there's usually some shit I want to do as like extra, what do you call it? Housekeeping stuff. But I think we'll just skip all that today because I feel like Zakar and Pemberley have a singular goal today and they don't care about anything else. So that's what we're going to go forward with the assumption of.
Sounds great. What could go wrong?
Yeah. Does anybody want to tell me what happened last time?
No.
Hmm?
I think mostly we were trying to decide our next course of action, right? Because one team is trying to rescue Brando's dad, and the rest of us are trying to catch up to the other team.
Zakara and Pemberley will be on the scene first, heading back to Bifrost. Cyrus and Brando have a huge team with them.
Yeah, we got Rourke, we got a boot wizard, we got the kobolds, we got the all-stars. We're coming.
Very important pieces.
We got Valley.
Aurelian we found was over near the what's it called? The huge tornado storm thing. Maelstrom.
Yeah, and he said it was real bad there.
And Wild is heading south towards everybody.
We don't know he's safe, but we know that he's not in as much danger as your dad. But he said specifically, "Don't come here; it's dangerous."
You talking about Aurelian?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, "It's bad here."
And then a carriage or a horseless carriage went to Wochitz or what? Sorry, I cannot pronounce things today.
No, it's a Black Ram Keep.
Or Black Ram Keep, and parked itself in front of there.
Right.
Yeah, nobody knows what that's about.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, meanwhile, Wild and some people he'd been traveling with arrived in Watchets. They were only detained very briefly. And as soon as they got out, he was like, well, I'm headed west. And it'll be a while before he catches up with you. But he is on the right continent, at the very least. So that's a big plus.
He's making good time.
And on account of the fact that everybody is overly concerned with the safety of Ralos, who has apparently been interred by the enemy, fucking Zakar just stuffed Pemberley under his arm like a football and started hoofing it. And you will definitely arrive in Bifrost before anyone else does. Is there anything you want to say about your trip before we get there? Because even at a full sprint, it's gonna be a few days.
Okay, not to be me, but I'm gonna be me for a second.
Hey, you be whatever you want. This is all we can
Yeah,
play
no.
as much Dungeons and Dragons as you want.
All right. First of all, don't threaten me with a good time. Second of all, are we putting Step of the Wind into that math?
I mean that just that
I think
that
that's
effectively ups your speed, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
not a lot over the course of a day,
Mm-hmm.
but for maybe an hour.
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, speed is going to be quadrupled. I think
Yeah.
with the math.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Chris and I had a conversation about this while we were walking around the block. We were like, could the other squad catch up? Wait, no. Zakar can move like the wind.
Yeah, it's like if we assume that Pemberley is not very large, which she isn't,
Yeah.
he can pick up a whole goblin and then just move at a full clip. And it's like if we look at the numbers, there's no way anybody's going to lap you there. I think it's more a question of
Okay, that's actually surprising to me because having done a little bit of math from last session, I mean like Valiant does move faster than me
mhm.
for the other 23 hours of the day.
Yeah, but we still got to stop and rest.
That is true. Okay, so
I mean, yeah,
so you're
yeah,
saying
but like, so does Zakar.
you're saying that
He-
Valiant's
he's
base
alive.
speed is greater than yours.
If I
60,
remember
yeah.
correctly, Valiant is like a base move speed of 70.
Okay.
Is that correct?
60.
Okay, 60.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes, because Zakar's base move speed is 55. So
Okay.
Valiant is faster. Not in a dead sprint, an all-out, balls-out, short, like 100-meter sprint, but over 12 hours? Yeah.
Well, here's a question for Cyrus then. Cyrus, you're moving with a group that is definitely going to get to Bifrost at some point in time. Are you
Yes.
more concerned with getting there as soon as possible as an entire group, or do you want to get there as quickly as you can? Because unfortunately, as the fastest moving, ground speed in that group, it's like, okay, but if you want everybody with you, you're not going to get there.
Can Brando
yeah,
also ride Valiant? Because he's also smallish?
I mean, what kind
Brando
of
is taking the gyrocopter.
okay?
Yes.
But what's
are
your
you faster by a gyrocopter or by a horse?
what's your flying speed in the gyrocopter?
40 feet.
Okay, this horse
Yeah.
is gonna fucking leave you in the dust.
Yeah.
Are you small or medium?
I should attach a rope to the horse and have
Ski
it drive
behind
me
it?
like a
just
parasailing.
put it in hover.
parasailer.
Yeah.
No, just put your fucking hover pack in neutral.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
You can just parasail
if
behind a horse.
If I can bring Brando with, and the rest of the group has instructions like, hey, catch up as soon as you can, stick together, stay in touch. Then I guess just me and Brando would run ahead.
Okay.
Although I would feel bad ditching the Kobold.
I think
Kobold.
so. I think looking at the map, here's what I can say. If you want to leave your group in the dust and you want to bring Brando, well, no, let's make this more interesting. If you want to leave the group in the dust, I'll say you can get there at the same time that Zakar does. Zakar, if you want to get there tomorrow, it's going to cost you a level of exhaustion. If you want to get there at a reasonable time, you'll give a chance for Cyrus to catch up. Cyrus, if you also want to bring Brando, there's going to be a dice roll involved.
Okay.
Otherwise, Valiant's not going to be able to pull the weight of Brando and his
Well, so I was asking
conveyance.
Brando, what size are you?
Small.
I feel like Valiant could probably carry me and a small.
Well, here's the thing. We're not just talking about Brando. We're talking about a small creature and a medium-sized hovercraft.
Oh, that's true. The mechanical
Mm-hmm.
stuff on the back. All right. Hang
Um,
on. Let me close
I
my
would
cave.
say we can at least rest one night to not have complete like 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, I mean, as Taylor established, Valiant's faster. He does have a
Yeah.
long way to go, but if he has to pull that much weight, he might wear himself out, and not make the trip. But if you don't want to bring Brando, I'll say you can just do that.
Brando, what do you want me to do? This is really. I can run ahead if you want me to help, but also I feel like you should be there to save your dad.
I
Do you want to
really
gamble?
do want to be there.
Wait. Oh, I can't. I probably can't send Brando on Valiant. I don't actually know how it works. Can I send Valiant away?
I don't know. What does it say?
Uh, summon steed. Probably has to stick near me. Find steed. Loading.
What would the dice roll be?
Probably. I would say, like, I'm gonna set a DC, and I'm gonna say like it's either animal handling for Cyrus or it's like a Constitution save for Valiant.
Mm. Oh, this might or might not be a good thing. Brando also has the swift step thing, but can only be used on something once per day, and it only lasts, I think, about a minute. So never mind.
I was gonna say, like, how long does that last?
I think it lasts for a minute. Let me double check.
Okay.
I see nothing in this requiring me to be near my steed. If he's within a mile of me, I can communicate with him telepathically. But it looks like I could just summon him and lend him to Brando and be like, "Yeah, do what Brando says. Good luck."
All right.
If he dies, he will disappear until I summon him again.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, good luck, Brando.
And so then Cyrus stays behind, and just Brando goes.
That is what I propose.
Okay.
Brando, take my horse. Go rescue your dad. I will come with the rest of the crew.
I'm also gonna say, if you want to be able to make this trip with a single rider, and definitely get there in a decent time, and not need the dice roll, you would also have to leave behind the gyrocopter.
I feel like we'll need the gyrocopter. So, you know what? No, I don't want to push Valiant too hard. I
He's a
don't want him
horse.
to break.
If he breaks, he's a fey horse. It's fine. He'll come back.
Yeah.
So
The biggest problem is that, I mean, realistically, if Valiant dies, you just get a new Valiant. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If you fail the dice roll, you just don't get there before Zakar, before
I
Zakar
am
makes the
fine
call.
with getting there after them. Like I do not want to put us in too much jeopardy.
Then just
Even though
gamble on it.
time is of the F, since Brando is trying to keep somewhat a cool head on being like, well, we can't help him if we're unable to do anything.
I vote.
If
Try the dice roll. If you don't, you'll still get there at a reasonable, like pretty close to it, with your gyrocopter, and we'll be behind. We'll be close behind.
Guys,
otherwise, like if
No.
let's say Valiant travels at 60, Brando's gyrocopter travels at 40,
Uh-huh.
and we have Brando being dragged by a rope. Would we be in the middle for 50?
I mean, I think it still counts as it's still going to count for the point of like Valiant having to carry you.
guys, you can just talk to Zakar, you know.
Calling Zakar up on the phone.
Oh,
Hey,
you
Zakar! Hold on, let me get my rock out.
Plus, if we get there at the same time, like there's still some investigation that needs to be done.
Ring, ring,
So
ring, ring.
I'm
Phone
fine
call.
with
Phone
showing
call.
up maybe a bit later, like even a day later if needed. I trust Zakar and Pepperly would be able to get information, and we can make a judgment from there. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm not going to have us have like 2 or 3 levels of exhaustion just to get
I,
there at the same time.
I don't think we'll get exhaustion if
No,
we fail, right?
you won't. You just
Yeah.
won't get there in time.
Yeah. There's no downside to you trying to do the roll. You'll either get there in time, or you won't get there in time, but you will be well rested and you'll have your gyrocopter.
I do like coming in prepared, so
I say go for it. There's no downside. I mean, we'll catch up if you don't make the roll.
And Cyrus, it
And then
won't
you'll just be
matter.
with the main group.
It won't matter for the roll if you go either.
Oh, okay. If we both go?
Yeah.
Are we doing the parasail technique?
I mean, it honestly doesn't matter. Like you tell me, you tell me how you get there. I'm gonna make you make the dice roll regardless.
All right, hang on.
The only way I'm gonna make you not make the dice roll is if it's single rider, no gyrocopter.
Fair enough.
we are keeping that
Brando,
gyrocopter.
Brando, our friends. I look at Derork and our gathered allies. They're strong and fast, and they will catch up with us. We gotta go save your dad. I think we should go for it. Time might be of the
Brando's-
essence.
All right, you and me, we can leave the kobold with everybody else.
Kobold, we will come back for you. We will save you. We will find a name for you. So help me.
Kobold waves.
Man,
Hey, he's getting some sentience to
personality.
or something.
Yeah. Derork, so help me. Protect that kobold with your life.
Derork will protect this mystery person with his life.
Okay, maybe not with your life, but just try really hard to.
Derork said what he said.
All right. We're gonna fix
So
him.
okay,
But right now, we're gonna fix
we are
Brando's dad.
taking Valiant, and let's do that roll.
All right.
Am I rolling or is the top rolling?
I'm gonna make you do the roll. It's either an animal handling check for you or a Constitution check for Valiant.
Let's see if I'm
is
good at
Valiant's
animal
con?
handling.
Or
Plus
I
zero.
guess athletics for Valiant would be better. So maybe make it a strength based check.
Man, could it be
Because,
my
yeah, Valiant
athletics?
has
I'm
no
actually very
stats.
good at athletics. Hold on, let me look up his stats.
Does Valiant have athletics?
He has no stats.
He's a warhorse.
He definitely has stats.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not seeing it on Foundry.
No.
No, we don't have.
I don't think it is. Yeah.
I don't think we have a thing for that. We should have a thing.
Yeah.
Actually, don't we have?
His
a thing?
athletics is +4.
Because
Yeah.
I see Valiant's thing, and I'm clicking on it.
Yeah, it's just
but I
not-
just
Yeah,
don't
none of his
see
stats have been
It's
filled
not.
in.
It's not filled out, but he's
He's
a
straight-
he's a warhorse. You said.
Yeah. Plus some special bonuses because he's smarter than that
There we
because
go.
he's a special horse.
Yeah.
He's a special boy.
Okay, so he's not trained in any skills, but he's got a +4 to strength. So
Yeah.
it's either a +4 or it's your animal handling skill.
+4 is better than my animal handling. Good luck, Valiant.
I like that
18.
roll. I will say you guys arrive. Let's see. I'm gonna have Cyrus, Brando, which one of you has higher initiative. Probably Brando.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have Zakar also roll initiative, and we're just gonna decide who gets there before who.
Go for it, Brando.
As intelligence, initiative.
That'll be plus your dex.
So that's a crit.
Oh, but let's see if Zakar crits too.
That would be hilarious.
It has happened at one point.
Oh yeah,
in Ian's game,
definitely.
when Rex and Shaylin were having an arm wrestling contest. We both crit, but
Yes,
Rex
I remember
had,
that.
+1.
That's
Okay.
16.
Miraculously, and this is not how I expected tonight to go. Miraculously, Cyrus and Brando arrive in Bifrost Just let's see. Math. About 5 hours before Zakar sprints into town.
I was gonna say, can they see the dust cloud in the distance?
That's too far off. It's moving very quickly. Anyway, yeah, we'll start with you two then. Yeah, you guys roll into Bifrost. I'm
Shall
just
we go
gonna
to the map?
I'm just gonna say, I mean, it's not necessary, but I'm just gonna move the clock to a reasonable time. That's not what I meant to do, but whatever. Yeah, we'll say it's about 4 in the afternoon. You guys roll into Bifrost. When yes.
Just cautiously, because we're under the impression that Ralos is around here somewhere, right?
Understood.
Or got
Close
taken from
by,
around here.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
cautiously,
Go ahead and make a
Co-
stealth check for.
as cautiously as a
Yeah.
giant horse
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
a
you know
frog
what?
in heavy armor
Yeah,
and
exactly.
a man with a helicopter blade strapped to his back and be.
Yeah, Cyrus, I want you to make a stealth
Oh,
check
yeah.
for everybody because I know you suck at it.
Actually, I'm much better at it. I think I trained in stealth
Yeah,
during one
when
of
we
my.
get in
With
Brando,
with plate mail.
Never mind my dex. No, it's not plate mail. I took the highest difficulty or the highest level of armor I could
Oh,
get that would
okay.
not impose strength. So I think I've
Gotcha.
got like full chain.
Gotcha.
I don't have
and
disadvantage. I
Brando's
just
putting
have
away
crappy
the
stealth.
gyrocopter.
Yeah,
Alright,
you.
stealth
Yeah,
check.
I kind of assume you've had the gyrocopter like stowed, like broken down and stowed in a little tied off on the side of the horse.
Am I rolling as normal or do I have disadvantage because there's, I don't know, we're noisy.
I think you just roll normally.
Okay.
I could make everybody else roll, but I'm not going to. 'Cause it's,
Hey,
oh, hey, that's
like
not bad.
that.
All right. So, despite the fact that you're on a spectral horse and you have a halfling with you, you guys managed to get into Bifrost and approach it without, if there was anybody around to notice you, they don't. The sun has
Is
not
there-
even begun to go down quite yet, and when you finally get into, like, if you're coming in from the south, you would be coming through the farmlands first. From far off, the plank looks pretty dark, and there's definitely no activity around it out in the fields and in the streets and whatnot.
Brando at some point reassembles the gyrocopter and equips it,
Okay.
and we sneak slowly in. Also, we radio Zakar and Pember like, "Hey,
Whispering.
we made it here. Where are you guys?"
Status update. Copy.
Hey, shift, please.
Just the sounds of just constant running.
I should have left one of the sending stones with the other party. They'll be here at some point.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure
know where
we'll
they're going.
use it for something else.
We're on our way. ETA. Whatever the fuck. No, I don't know. Baron knows more than me.
Couple hours.
Okay.
All right.
Let's try to sneak into the plank and then we can kind of get our bearings.
Are you
Oh, by the way,
saying
there's a person in there. The name's Query.
Oh,
Hey, they're
did
very
they seem
curious.
friendly? They're curious.
Yeah, very curious individual.
Okay. So we sneak in, and like,
Actually,
hey, is
Yeah.
Query here? I'd
Oh.
like to make a query.
when you get up to the plank, you can see that all of the windows have had like, if you look in each window, all you can see is some piece of wood has been put up against it so that you can't see into the building.
When we get close to the plank, I want to say to the plank,
Right, to Plank himself.
Plank, Plank,
Oh my God, it's you.
are you okay? What happened?
Oh, I'm
What have
fine.
you seen?
Little lonely, little weird. There is a person in the building.
Are they cool?
I don't know. They're a little short. They seem a little. I mean, they seem fine, but when I tried to talk to them, they just freaked out and ran into the building.
Oh,
How have they been surviving?
Well, nobody's really been around to stop them, and I assume the place is full of food and drink, so they're probably fine.
fair enough. Have you seen anyone else?
No, I mean, occasionally people come by on the road, but not a lot of people stopping except to, like, loot the buildings, so that's neat.
Any tentacle-y things come by?
Not in a long time. Saw a couple of them, like, skulking about and trying to get the lay of the land or something, and so I shut the fuck up and just let them do what they were doing, because they don't suspect old Plank.
Yeah, it's a good defense.
I'm just hanging here.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should sneak inside. What do you
Alright.
think, Brando?
All right, inside we go.
By the way, Brando, do you have Jasper?
I think
Who's
I do.
got Jasper?
I think
I got
I think Brando does have Jasper.
Okay.
Yes, Brando
How many
definitely has
Jaspers
Jasper.
here too?
So yes, we sneak inside.
Yes.
Through
Hello?
what is my question?
Oh,
It's all
through the
boarded up.
front door?
Who thought to board it up? Wait, there's a secret side entrance, remember? We can go in through the cave.
Yeah, there is a. Hang on. Do I have
There's
like
like
a?
a hatch.
Let me see if I have a good map of Bifrost that we can use.
There's like
Yeah,
a hatch
that's what
right
I
next to
wanted.
where the little mini altar is. That goes down to the caves.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Might be
Uh,
better to sneak in from below.
Apologies, I do not have a good map of Bifrost because of a issue with a broken link to whatever image belongs here.
Uh-oh.
But yes, basically there's a dirt path goes past the fountain on on your right, and then that goes up to the front door. Around the left side of the building is a staircase that goes up to the inn level. That's where all the rooms are. And if you go around the right side of the building, there's an access door around the back on the right side.
Got it.
And there's windows
Yeah,
everywhere, but again, you look in them and all you see is it kind of looks like somebody just like tipped up the tables and just left them in front of the windows.
Remind me, is there a hatch that goes directly to the caves?
Yes,
that
but
only inside the building?
yeah, it's in the building. It's behind the bar under the
right.
staircase that goes to the second floor.
All right.
Okay. Let's softly knock on the door.
Oh, okay.
You knock on the
And
door,
be like,
Brando?
Hey, we're not Elithids. We're friendly. Yeah. Slow knock. Knock.
Okay.
Knock.
You knock a few times.
Or tut 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 tut.
No, you gotta let them answer. That's how you know if they're friendly. You just gotta do shave and a haircut, and then you wait.
Any reply?
Make a persuasion check.
A persuasion check on a knock.
All right,
Uh-huh.
making a persuasion.
I mean, they're also saying a lot of things.
Okay, yeah.
We're making a very.
They're doing that cool thing where they talk like nobody's listening.
Is a bad roll, but at least I have a modifier.
Mm-hmm.
So not enough.
I'm gonna say you don't hear anything.
Is there a query in there? Like let's see. The windows are barred with
Wood.
wood.
Let's go around the back.
I think when you say that, you hear who's there?
We're friends of the person that you talked with via the book.
We mean no harm.
What's their name?
Pemberley.
Hang on, DM has to figure out if that was ever conveyed in the book.
I don't know if it was.
No, I don't think Pemberley ever dropped her name.
Oh, I think you're weird.
I don't think so.
Do you
no.
want? Do you want some new friends?
Are
The
you
paladin.
are you good friends?
We are
We'd like to
friends
think
that will
so.
try to keep you alive and away from all these illithid things.
Yep. We are friend to other Warforged.
If friends is too close, we'll be allies.
Can you prove
She
that?
said you like. I offer. Is there a hole that I could like stick my hand through?
I think after a second, like the window that's closest to the door, you hear like scrambling, and you see like two tiny metal hands kind of shift over and like kind of squeeze in between the window and the and the table, and just kind of look out at you guys. And yeah, you see Query. She looks like this.
Nice.
And
I
Brando's
offer
like,
her. Oh, sorry.
Brando waves.
I offer her a friendship coin. And I say, this is a friendship coin.
She just kind of looks at you, very confused.
You
I
asked for
know
proof of
this
friendship.
last-
I crafted them myself.
How do I know you're friendly?
Brando's trying to scratch his head.
This is a philosophical
how do
debate I hadn't
we-
thought of. Do you like jokes? What is friendly to you?
Brando is cracking a little laugh there.
I don't know how to prove I'm friendly.
Well,
We-
the fact that we haven't blasted down the door does mean something.
We used to live here. Kind of.
And the fact that we're trying to talk to you means
Oh.
something.
I point at the statue of Vilmac, which I assume is still standing in front.
It is still standing in front.
That is our friend. That is our friend Vilmac. We built that statue for him.
It gives unlimited beer.
Yes.
Your
He
friend
was
is
a
a
good
statue?
friend. He
Uh,
died. We built that him in his memory.
Yes.
And kind of out of sight, you can't see it, there's a graveyard. Built by other friends. This whole town is built on friendship.
After a second, Query she's looking back and forth between you and the statue and like around outside, and she's like, "Are you alone?"
Well,
We had a horse with us.
we also have a
that
gnome
is
in a
like-
jar.
I assume
Valiant is still
I assume
standing.
the horse is still there.
Yeah, he's just peering quietly,
Yeah.
intensely. Just us four.
After a second, she awkwardly scrambles out from between the table, and a second later, you hear like some scratching behind the door, and then she opens it up really slowly.
We do not come forward. We just wave and are like, "Hey,
Mhm.
nice to meet you."
Yep.
She
I am
opens
Brando's
she opens
nightmare.
up the door all the way and goes, "Can you get in here?"
Oh,
Okay,
thank-
we get
thank
in.
Yeah.
On the signal,
hmm
we get in.
Yeah, and like you come in and she immediately like shuts the door and grabs a chair and jams it back up against the door.
Okay, and then we're maybe squatting behind the bar or something to
Yeah.
make less noise.
Yeah,
Have you-
inside the bar, it's pretty much as you left it. It doesn't look like it's been ruined or anything. It's pretty clear that Query has made herself at home in here, kind of turning areas into being less bar-like and more like this is the place where I just sit at, and I've made this into a little table and stuff. And you do see the Book of Sending like just hanging out on a table somewhere.
Brando asks probably an important question because I forgot the information. Were you teleported or were you just here and then everybody else disappeared?
Hang on, I gotta figure out how to answer that.
Hard to think
Yeah.
in questions, isn't it?
Yep. She would say like, she kind of shrugs and goes, "Wasn't everyone?"
Brando
Not
shakes
everyone,
his head.
but
Only
a lot of us.
things the only ones that were teleported were what the squid people considered were threats.
Well, there were some people in
Her eyes
Glenn's Landing that.
her eyes go wide, and she goes, "I'm a threat."
Congratulations, you have some power. They're a little bit afraid of you.
Brando, my sister got teleported, and I don't think she's considered a threat. There were some areas that managed to not get teleported, though. At least in Glenn's Landing, the holy people, Top Knot, managed to prevent people from getting shifted. Apparently,
But that was magical power and such.
that's true. Holy power.
But if they're not teleporting like deer and wildlife and the people
Sentient
at
beings.
the fire labs, then this is still a mystery that we're trying to solve.
The what labs?
The fire college thing, or oh right, you weren't there with us. The university.
There's a college? Okay.
Or University of Fire. I forget what it's called.
Where is it, Brando?
It is by is on the mountains over near Fairbrook?
Fairbrook. It is the Fairbrook Institute of Research and Experimentation.
Yes.
It is not a college. It is just a place full of crazy scientists.
Okay, that.
Ooh.
It didn't teleport that area.
How dare you give my mad scientist the dignity of being a college?
Besmirched the good name of mad science.
That's fair. Sarah's
I
just like,
have
oh,
ADS.
that's weird.
Forgive me.
It's fine. I think we've run into a couple other people that weren't teleported, but quite a few people have been.
Mm-hmm. At least somebody that I trust told me that, so we're still probably trying to figure things out.
We're working on it.
But
We're
yeah,
waiting.
It doesn't even need to be threatening in battle. It could be threatening in knowledge or something. I don't know.
She scratches her head.
Either way, hi, we're friends of the goblin that messaged you in the book. Thank you for replying.
Yep.
Oh, they're a goblin.
Yes. She's very nice. They'll be here soon. They're on their way. Her and one other friend are coming. This is a tavern that we also helped build. Well, we built on top of it. It was a tavern, but we helped make it bigger.
Hopefully it's kept you safe. How have you managed to survive?
She she would say, "Is it hard to survive if you don't have a stomach?"
Mm-hmm.
Brando scratches his chin, going like, I have noticed that you are, like, mechanical. Well designed, too.
Just Warforged things, I guess. Have you seen the basement?
She says, I think she just, her eyes go wide and she goes, "There's a basement?"
Brando, we should go check on your workshop.
We will need to.
We should make sure nobody's snuck in the back way.
Before that, do you know anything of another halfling, maybe somebody about my size, that might be have shown up? Has a big bushy beard, glasses, big frizzly hair.
She says, "Well, didn't you talk to the goblin?"
We are told that I'm trying to remember this out of character. that you might have seen somebody like that and probably know the direction that they headed in.
She nods emphatically.
I
She
forget
says,
what
would you
about it.
believe they gave me a near miss?
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, I'm glad that they missed seeing you. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had information to lead us, hopefully closer to the person that we're trying to find.
Do you want me to show you where they went?
Yeah, is now a good time to go? I figured we should wait till
Yeah,
Zakar and
we'll have to
Kimberly
wait.
get here.
We're
Unless you'd
waiting on
rather.
2 more to show up, and if we were to fight right now, I don't want to put you in any great danger.
She nods emphatically in agreement.
Yeah. Oh, Query, where are you from?
Would you believe I'm from Fairbrook?
Oh, I think Brando was just there.
Also,
Have you heard-
I almost wanted to do an insight check there
Go for it.
because we are taking them at their word, and I just want to make sure. So insight. Oh,
Yeah, real good. Query's manner of speech is obviously a little weird to ascertain, but you don't pick up on any attempts to mislead you.
okay, good. Yeah, if that's one thing that we have not done much of this entire campaign, like it's insight checks.
Yep. Hey, I have a lore question
Sure.
that might come across as insensitive. The Warforged were all created together, right?
More or less.
In theory, do they all know each other?
There's, it's definitely more likely that a Warforged would know another Warforged than anyone else.
Okay.
But I mean, even in there's a lot of them, and they were definitely all like in the same conflict. So
Right.
within a margin of error, I would say most of them at least have a passing familiarity with each other, or at the very least can be like, oh yeah, I probably saw you there at one point.
Okay. It might be likely that
Mhm.
she might have heard of some of the Warforged we know.
Sure.
Okay.
Um,
Cyrus is then gonna ask, do you know, so you're a Warforged, right? Do you
Mhm.
know Wild or Nurse or Beans or Toes or Wilhelm or
also, don't
Graves?
mention he who shall not
I
be
just
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah,
Whoops. Sorry.
she nods, in agreement with a lot. I mean, you threw out a lot of names, so she's just like,
They're also our friends, except for the last one. That
He
one was
has been defeated.
actually, I think he's also buried over here somewhere. In fact, he's buried in the graveyard. Yeah, boy, this graveyard
Yeah,
is
she
Famous
she actually
Graves graveyard. He's
she
grave shield.
actually approaches you, Cyrus, and like grabs you by the sides of the armor, and she's like, "Were you the ones that defeated him?"
Well, not just us. All of our friends. Yes.
He had almost murdered us a few times.
On a 25 insight check, Brando, the look on her face indicates that any misgivings she had about about trusting you guys has just gone away. Like she knew that Graves had been killed by somebody, and now that she knows it was you, she's like, "Good. I have found
Okay.
the best friends on this planet."
Ally acquired. Friendship acquired.
I once again attempt to hand the friendship coin.
Mhm. And she takes it. She's like, "What is this?"
I think it's a monkey. It's like
It
it's a little
can
funny looking monkey. It's
occasionally
supposed to be a
come in handy.
dragon, but it looks like a monkey.
She's just like, okay? Question mark.
Just hold up to it. If you ever get lost, we can use it to find you.
It just means that hopefully we will be friends in the future.
So we can save a friend.
She smiles softly at you, Cyrus, and goes, "Well, aren't you clever?" She tucks the coin away.
But yeah, if
Brando's
you want to go,
also
sorry.
this also might be insensitive, but he's like, "Do you do art?"
Maybe.
I'm just going by the hat there because it looks like your painter's
A
stuff.
beret.
Because I'm like, okay, maybe we don't need to take her into danger. Maybe we could have her art, like
We'll draw a map.
where Brando's dad was taken.
She
and
kind of squints at you, and she's like, "Am I not allowed to enjoy a hat?"
It's a good hat.
Sorry, I was clothingly profiling.
Wow. Can you draw maps? Can you draw a map? Do you want to lead us there? Or do you want to just draw a map?
She can sit down and let's see. I'll roll a dice about it. She starts sketching out a very crude map. Like she draws Bifrost, and it's pretty clear that like she has only really seen Bifrost through the windows of the plank. So it does get a little sketchy further out. But she does indicate, basically that she was within line of sight of Ralos when he was taken, and then she draws a route that goes in a direction through the trees, kind of south by southwest, out of the town.
Okay. That does help.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think.
Let's
I
go down to the
should
basement.
also let you know that even when our super close allies come here for the rescue team, more allies will be coming later to back us up, and this
that's
place
true.
will be very safe.
It will also be very full of people, but there is room for more people downstairs in the cool basement
Yes.
in our secret fort. Do you want to come see our secret fort?
Yes, let's show you that so you'll have a place to hide in case anything were to happen.
She nods.
Brando has a secret lab. It's not very secrety, it's just underground.
So yeah, just kind of little things to do as we wait for Zakar and
Yeah,
Kimberly.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, we can move time forward a couple hours.
Is it safe to assume that the downstairs is free of squid people?
Yeah,
and or other invaders?
when you get downstairs, you do a quick check everything out. It is a ghost town downstairs, and Query is surprised that she's been here for as long as she has, and didn't even notice didn't even think to go through the hatch in the floor.
If anything, Brando's staying in the plank. Cyrus can give the tour. Just don't go into Brando's lab because something might explode.
Yeah,
There's
also more than enough. There's also more than enough like places to rest here, so she can just hide out.
This is our kitchen. We used to have an awesome chef, but apparently he also got teleported. This is where our baby dragon used to live. We used to have a baby dragon. We're gonna get him back at some point. I miss him.
Are you crying?
Anyways, anyways.
Was that you or Query, Chris?
Doesn't want to go.
That was Query. Look, anytime I can think of a question.
Yes, I'm crying. Saber's a good boy.
As far as like directions on how to follow Ralos, she admits she didn't follow them very far. She was more interested in getting to cover, so she did not go in the same direction that they were. But she does say, well, here we go. She'll say, "Did you know your dad can put up a fight?"
Ooh.
That's rad.
Is she saying that to Brando?
Yeah, she would say that to Brando.
Oh. Sorry, say that again.
She says, "Did you know your dad can put up a fight?"
I believe it. The airships of today are because of him. So yes, I can believe he can put up a fight in any way possible.
And she looks at you, Cyrus, and she goes, "Did you know illithids bleed like white?"
Oh, Was it white? I thought it was like silver.
Yeah, it's
Yes, I
like
know
it's
the
like a
blue-red
silvery.
colors.
Yeah, it's like a mercury color. But anyway,
Unfortunately, I did know that.
she says that and then she gives you a wink.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
How to say, did he take any down before he went down?
She thinks about that and then shakes her head no.
But he made him bleed. That's pretty good.
Did anything seem effective against the illithids?
Fists?
She kind of
Well,
shrugs.
I would assume that he might have like tools and stuff to fight the illithids with.
She shrugs and she's like, maybe your dad knows?
We'll need to find out. But yes.
Do I look like a combatant to you?
Shoulders the
Brando
car.
shakes his head.
Shoulders the car.
Yeah, shoulders the car with the cameo appearance, just bursts out of the little tiny 8 there. It was just like, yeah, fucking violence kills them.
Yeah.
It turns out blunt force trauma is the thing.
Mm-hmm. Zakar, I'll go ahead and say the two of you arrive in Bifrost shortly herein.
Brando, how do you guys arrive? Because Brando's just been waiting.
Fucking hoofing it.
Brando's also resting a little bit getting off some of the exhaustion while waiting.
Zakar, anything you want to tell me about your approach to Bifrost?
Running. Stop.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you stop in front of the plank.
Oh yeah, no, screeching like the last 50, feet to a stop, and you're like,
yeah, you plant both feet and just.
I want to go on record that I planted Valiant as a guard to the door.
Okay, yeah, you would see Valiant out front.
No, he's inside the building.
What?
What? He's barricading the door.
Yeah.
You mean? Okay.
He's standing. He's just, if they come in, they gotta go through him.
So you're gonna squeeze him through the. You know what? Fine. Yes, you get him into the building.
It's a tavern door. You tell me it's not big enough.
Yeah,
to
you
fit
see,
a horse?
you see Valiant peering at you through the door, and Plank is like, "Oh, good, more of you."
And I
shut up! You probably can hear this just from like through the muffled walls of like a Plank being like, "Oh, good, you're here." To which the car replies, "Oh, shut up! You know you're glad to see me at this point."
I'm ecstatic to see you. Oh my god. The only tenant is so quiet.
Kimberly takes out her hair is in complete disarray and still footballed in Zakar's arm, and she takes out a little a water skin and just hands it to Zakar.
Oh no, I'm good. That's fine.
He hasn't drank in 3 days.
The car's liquid is inside the plank. His beverage is inside the plank.
That's probably true. Anyway, Zakar sets Pemberley down and makes to the door.
Yeah.
And Brando, having heard all this, has gotten Valiant out of the way and has opened the door and waves the two of you in.
The two of you see the other two of you for the first time in a minute.
Zakar jumps back and snaps almost, and is like, "That's a fucking Brando! You're not supposed to be here yet." Fuck it.
We made haste.
We told you. Yep.
This is important.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Rule of thumb for next time. Let us know. I almost just put my fist through your face.
Didn't the horse cue you in that we were here? Valiant, you
tell
them.
Can't see on the other side of the door.
Inside. Why is Valiant inside?
He's guarding the door.
Are they the?
I see.
Okay.
Had him on that good Valiant. You know, you're a good guard horse.
Where's the weirdo who's been writing in the book?
Query's our new friend.
You see Query kind of peer out from behind everybody and just wave sheepishly.
We're friends now. Friends.
Oh,
Capital F.
yeah.
Yes,
Friends.
these are
okay.
more foul-mouthed friends. Don't worry about that. They mean nothing by it.
And Query holds up a book. Pemberley, you see Query's holding this book, and inside is a wall of text that is a carbon copy of the conversation that you've had in another book. And Query points to a piece of dialogue, and she goes, "Is that you?"
Oh, so you're the fucking shithead that I was talking about. Nice to fucking meet ya.
Hey.
Yeah, like, okay, you know what? It makes sense. Of course they're Warforged. Why wouldn't they be? Because, yeah, all right.
What's that supposed to mean?
That means that Warforged are made fucking weird, and you know it.
This is just the episode of profiling.
I'm very sorry for my friends. I promise they're really cool.
Yeah, we are cool, and also we've never met a normal Warforged in our entire lives.
I feel like Wild's pretty normal.
Zakar just gives you the Justin Timberlake .gif look.
Also, Brando is giving that look too.
I mean, Wilhelm certainly is. I mean, he's pretty normal. ...
Query chuckles to herself as if to indicate no, he isn't.
It's like, okay, yeah, see, they get it.
I mean, what is normal?
This is the person who invited. Is the one who invited a horse into a bar?
He's starting the war. It's dangerous.
Well, apparently the most normal one here is you, Cyrus, because you actually have a family and don't have any reason to be on this adventure because you're not nearly dysfunctional enough.
Jeez, come for me where I live, why don't you?
That was Valiant's reply.
Yeah, we're in Bifrost. We live here, Cyrus. Okay. Hi. I'm not doing great, guys.
Okay, come with me to the bar. Let's get you some drinks.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Hugs. I'm really glad you guys are alive.
Big group hug.
Brando gives
that.
Hugs for thugs.
Everybody hugs.
Hug.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Just for fucking thugs.
Yeah.
The four of you are hugging while Valiant and Query are watching, and Query's like, should I? Never mind.
Hug the horse.
Okay. All right, we have a Rallos to save.
We do. And we have a mighty force here. I was going to say sizable, but no, we are mighty.
Yeah, I'll take it. By the way, I'm Pemberley and I are up to about like 5 squids at this point, so
holy cow.
I am up to half of one.
Okay. I don't think that. All right, sure.
Hey, we take those.
Yeah, exactly. Zakar rolls over the bar and starts rifling through bottles, stuffing them into his.
Apparently, apparently he might be public enemy number 1, as far as
yeah.
Squidly's concerned.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, did we tell you that? I don't remember, but yeah, no, they don't like me.
The Raven Queen, or because you're just very good at killing them?
I'd like to choose. I mean, they mentioned the Raven Queen more directly, but I mean, I'd like to believe both. But the thing that they said is, something about enthrallment. That was that was their word, and how they're not gonna do that to me, and they just want me dead. Which Enthrallment is really bad. I don't like that word, and they're probably
Yeah.
going to do it to Rowlos. So
Yeah, we're worried about that.
yeah, we should probably leave.
Query, would you want to join us, or would you feel safer here?
She looks at you a little concerned and she says, would it be better if I came along?
If you think you'd be able to help us out in person, even more.
She shakes her
But
head.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a warforged. You can fight, can't you?
She
True,
shakes
and
her
I don't
head.
think-
I think
I
not
don't
all of
think
them were built for
they'll-
fighting.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Brando gives her the items like the vial of gaseous form, the talking doll, and the horn of silent alarm.
Okay.
So,
Where did you
she can protect herself.
Where did you get this doll?
Um,
Why do you have this horror creature?
I found it at the fire labs.
So it's like a science haunted doll.
Yes. It
I
can
don't think that.
do like you can teach it some stuff, or teach it to say some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I should say Brando taught the thing to say like, "Hey, over here," when thrown.
Oh, so you can use this as a distraction.
Yes,
Okay, that's
just
cool.
as a means for a non-combatant to defend themselves.
That makes
A
sense.
recording device.
That's cool.
I wish I could teach it more right now, but I think I need to like spend a resting period to do that. I think it takes like 6 hours or something. I'll need to think of other clever things.
It's
for
a
it to
short
use.
rest.
Yes.
I tell you what, Query. We have a large group of people and a dragon. En route. I don't know if they'll stop in here, but just a heads up. Maybe just hold down the fort. I'll tell Plank.
Well,
That we'll tell Plank that you're cool and you're helping help keep
I
the
think Query wants to join us.
She looks at you
Not
flabbergasted.
wants to join us, but
No,
is
see-
able to help us better by joining us.
she seemed like she was shaking her head, like, "No, I do not want to go with you."
She goes, "What?"
And she drew a map. I don't think she
Sorry,
wants
I
to go.
misunderstood.
The map is appreciated. Thank you. If we get lost, I may cast sending to you. Don't panic. Or Pemberley you might hear our voices in your heads. It's okay.
Brando thinks for a second. Brando gives her a sending stone,
Which one?
the black
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Wait, isn't the black one? The black one is a card. Oh,
No, Brando picked this up while in Fairbrook.
so we have a new black one.
New sending stone.
Mhm.
Got
Oh
it.
no
Okay.
no. The Raven Queen was purple.
I thought the Raven Queen one was black. My
I
bad.
actually didn't. I didn't write the color down. I was like Ravenstone.
I had ebony written on it,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
but that
Then-
might be profiling.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Cyrus?
All right. Making a note. Ravenstone is purple.
But
New
yes,
sending
use
stone.
this to communicate with us. You can keep yourself safe here. Brando holds it up like a telephone, the way a halfling can hold a rock like a telephone.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, backup will be here soon. If anything were to happen, you have some safety measures. But thank you so much. This helps.
Yep.
Hey, Queer. I just had a. You said you wanted to show where you last saw Ralos.
She points at the map that she drew.
Yeah, she
Do you
drew
know
a
what
map.
he was? Do you know what he was doing? Where he was heading before he got kidnapped?
it wasn't everyone confused after the teleport?
So we immediately teleport the nabbed.
It sounds like he went down swinging at least.
Mm-hmm.
You know where where they dragged? Oh, and so he dragged him on the map. Oh, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
She goes, "Can you follow a trail of blood?"
That we can. Reno pulls down his goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Pemberley will do minor illusion to show the members of the party that that at least she knows,
Mm-hmm.
or at least what they've said. So I'm going like, yeah, you
Sure.
might expect these people. They're the nice folks, and good fellow house guests. So yeah.
She gives a thumbs up and she's like, "Can I still block the door?"
Yeah.
Yes. Just make sure that whoever answers speaks in a non-tentacly way.
Make them do shaving a haircut.
Yes.
Make them do the password. Like I go, knock, 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 and then you have to answer, knock, knock.
Do they know the
It's very
password?
secret. I'm gonna call Dwork right now. I'm gonna cast sending to Dwork and be like, hey, Dwork.
Is that the end of your sending?
No, okay. There's a person in Bifrost in the plank. Query. They are a friend. Have sending stone. Do shave and a haircut to get in the plank.
For knocking.
For knocking.
Okay.
I don't know how many words I was, but I think it's less than 25.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. You get the point across. Dwork receives your message. All good.
All right. Then whenever you guys are ready, let's head on out.
Okay.
We also tell Plank that Query is fine.
Sure. You leave Plank and Query to familiarize themselves with each other. Query still shuts the door and puts a chair in front of it in hopes that you will return soon. And if there's nothing more, you guys make your way in the direction indicated.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a round of perception or investigation checks, however you want to play it.
Let's see. Perception. I'll do investigation. Oh, yes. I am good at that. Sure.
Fuck.
Look at all them dice. Yeah, that's a lot of I like what I'm seeing around the board. Yeah, you guys don't have any problems. After going past pretty much like the limits of the hamlet of Bifrost, and a little bit further after that, you see you do pick up on the true to Query's word, a trail of silvery white, almost like mercury-like puddles on the ground that make a trail further into the woods.
So, yes, we follow them. We keep our wits about. We get sneaky.
Sneaky sneaks. You guys want to make stealth checks?
Yes.
Yes.
Even though we have a paladin with us.
Well,
Well,
apparently the
I'm
paladin is
I'm
not
getting
awful
better at this.
stealth.
I mean, it's a +1, but I mean, it's not negative anymore.
That's true. You know what? I have to give it to you.
That's a solid 11.
Yeah, no, that's a lot better than your historical average. I will take it.
Do I need to roll stealth for Valiant?
Are you bringing Valiant?
You know what? No, I'm gonna have. I'm gonna leave Valiant with Query to protect
Okay.
Query.
All right.
Protect Query.
Yes, he's a brave warhorse.
Mm-hmm. Was that everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I keep expecting a 5th dice roll for some reason.
Oh yeah, yeah, you are missing one.
Yep. So you guys only have to follow this trail for not very long at all, maybe 20, 30 minutes of walking. At a slow, stealthy pace. Eventually, you reach a kind of clearing in the woods, and you can tell even like well before you get there that in this opening there has been this major large organic structure. It looks more like just a giant internal organ, just kind of sitting stationary in the middle of a weird clearing in the forest. What you do not see is an obvious way in.
Can we investigate?
Investigate, yes. More investigation.
Okay, good news. Somebody just rolled a 1. So as you guys are approaching, pretty much immediately after that, what you see is one part of the structure from the exterior looks kind of like I don't know. It looks like a network of capillaries that have kind of been like shaped into a kind of a half tube kind of shape. If you don't know what you're looking for, you wouldn't know that this was important. But out of this like half pipe that is sitting vertically out of the ground at the outer wall of it, there's this like flash of arcane energy, just boom, and an illithid just appears there.
Oh.
And he immediately steps out and starts walking in a direction, and he does not see you guys in the slightest. He doesn't look like he has any reason to believe anybody is nearby, and he just takes a couple steps, and then he like very calmly rises off the ground and starts floating away from the structure.
Brando is trying to get the idea of beating him up and taking his clothes and trying to disguise himself as an illithid to go inside.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be the shortest mind flayer ever. He'd have to stand on someone's shoulders.
Hey, Brando, do you wanna join me? We could be two halflings in a mind flayer trench coat.
Yeah.
We can try that.
2 shorties in a squid suit.
Yes.
But otherwise, any ideas from anybody? Shall we just barge in?
I think we should sneak in.
Also, how does this, I don't know, this blood vessel thing work? I mean, is it a blood vessel? I don't know.
He just kind of
Brando's
bounced out of it, right? Like he teleported?
Yeah, more or less. He just appeared in the tube, and then just floated away.
That way, we can
Maybe
there's
this tube is the teleport thing. I'm going to roll an intelligence check.
Do you guys want to? If you guys want to make like an Arcana check or something, I would ask that you get closer to it.
But thankfully, halfling auto roll.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Also, I'll take the point, please.
You'll take the 15. Yep.
And the 1, yeah.
And the 1.
Cool.
Thank you.
if I'm sneaky and do an investigation.
Arcana or 15 or
if you want to do an Arcana check, when you get up there. Is Pemberley going alone?
I'll go up.
I guess Brando, you already made the check, so I'm going to assume you were going with her.
I was just trying to think of a way on how that thing might work. Like it could be a teleportation tube.
Yeah,
something.
I mean, you could definitely pick up on the fact that it was at the very least, like somebody teleported here.
Mm-hmm.
but that's about as much as you could assume.
Okay, so Brando's going with Pemberley because we
Mhm.
both have Arcana.
Okay. Is it just the two of them, or?
We'll move as a group, is
Okay.
what I'm hearing.
Okay. All of you approach it. As you guys start to approach the structure, all of you independently of each other start to get this immense sense of unease. Like this whole, aside from the fact that there's a giant like mass of humanoid organs in the middle of the forest, like the wind here is quiet, nature is quiet. It's like the whole locale here is afraid of disturbing the structure, and you get the overwhelming feeling that you're being watched.
I get
They
goosebumps.
know we're coming.
But yeah, feel free to make an Arcana check. You do arrive at the tube. You are not
Okay,
stopped by
Arcana.
anything,
Can we all roll, or
I suppose.
actually, I have no Arcana. Never mind. You got this, magic people.
Oh, Pemberley got it.
Yeah.
All right, Pemberley. You take a moment to assess this thing. This is a kind of, I don't want to say ramshackle. You would assess that this is like a teleport circle. It's just been made by means that are different than someone in the arcane might create. You can also discern that it's part of like a closed network of teleporters. That is to say, if you were to stand in this and just tell the teleporter to deliver you to a particular part of the structure, it would take you there. What it doesn't tell you is where these teleporters are located. It's more that, like, if you know a place in the structure and it happens to have a teleporter nearby, it's smart enough to know to send you there.
Brando's thinking, or
But
wait,
but
is this conveyed?
well, yeah, I mean, you're free to convey that if you want, but just so that I'm being perfectly clear, you think this is the kind of thing that you could game a little bit? That is to say, you don't have to be familiar with the location. If you're like, take me to the toilet, and there's a teleporter in the toilet, it knows to send you there.
So something like, take me to where they take high-value targets. Or high-value prisoners. And if everybody's ready, then we all go around the teleporter thing, and Brando's like, turn around, and then we'll all take a step backwards into the teleporter. That way, when we teleport, that we can see and be prepared for any attack that comes at us.
Oh, it'd be like back to back, so we're all in a circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
I wish I could. You
No,
know what? Let's
it's
try.
good.
Take us to where they found, or to where Rallo's Skyfire is.
Let me think.
Do you think it knows people?
So all of you are standing. You get the feeling this wasn't designed to like take a bunch of people all at once. But is that what you're doing, Brando?
Yes. Take us to Rallo's Skyfire.
Okay, you go ahead and think that, and you get the sensation that it doesn't know. It doesn't have a location for that.
Then take us to the high-value prisoners' quarters.
And again, let me see. Make an insight check, Brando.
Okay, insight.
What is anybody else particularly thinking of a location in this moment?
I feel like we don't know enough about this place to have an idea.
I was gonna say the armory. Get armed up.
That's true.
Yeah, if you're about it, absolutely.
Trying to think.
Or destroy the whatever weapons they have, whatever weapons they have that they could use against us.
I think
And
you'd
also
have to
that
be
would-
more specific.
Yeah.
It'll take us to the armor.
Armory doesn't take you anywhere, Brando.
Take us to the... Wait, never mind. Cyrus doesn't know this. Shutting up.
Is there the control room?
Ah, yes, take us to the control panel.
Or take us to the leader's, the head
Oh.
honcho's place.
Or this could be like that other ship we saw that had the orb. We could ask it to take us to the orb. This weird sphere, if it has one of those.
Oh, that's true.
The creepy sphere.
The Katamari.
Yeah.
I think control room might work for many reasons. Control room then?
That's fine.
Yep.
All right, one at a time, or as Chris was saying, not all together.
Well, I'm more asking you guys like how you want to coordinate this, and Brando's just saying stuff.
Okay.
Well, if we would do this properly, the question would be, hey, Brando, you found out a thing. Are you going to communicate that to your friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And that
Control
said,
room,
then yeah. Well, we're in agreed. Control room. All at once. Go.
Control
Yep.
room.
Control room does not work.
Ah.
Okay. Brando, try Rallos.
I tried, or yeah, we tried that and it doesn't work. Take us to prisoners' quarters.
Dungeon.
Take us to the thralls.
Ooh.
I hear 3 out of
agree to
4
that.
people.
Yeah, take us to the thralls.
Okay.
To the thralls.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you guys to roll. I want everybody to roll a dice. I don't actually care what it is. Actually, here's a fun thing you can do. If you hit /RC, it will flip a coin.
Oh no.
Error.
Slash
RC
not a
is
valid
not
message.
a valid
No,
chat
did I get it wrong?
Yeah. Maybe instead
Sla-
of roll
is
coin,
it,
flip
is it
coin.
space? Is space C? No, it isn't.
How
Oh,
about
you got it.
slash D2?
Pemberley got it.
Yep.
1d2.
That was.
Oh yeah, that I guess that is
RD2.
the same.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
Well, I
how did
did
you do
not
that,
roll
Kimberly?
RD2.
D2.
Oh, yeah, 1D2.
That works too.
Nope,
Yep,
ignore that.
blast.
I'll treat
Slash.
that as a odd roll.
Slash
Do
1D2
you want me
is
to
not
roll
valid.
that again, Chris, or would
No,
that
that's
be?
that's fine. Okay, we got
Okay.
3 odds. I was just looking for odds or evens, and it looks like I got
Oh,
3.
okay.
I got 3 out of 4 odds.
Yeah,
slash
statistically
1D2.
it would be the same at that point.
Slash
so,
R.
fair
Slash
enough.
R space
and then
1d2.
1d2.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's
Okay.
4 odds.
Hey,
Nice.
all together.
Consistency. All right, folks. Welcome to the prison. Almost
Hell yeah, dude.
immediately, you guys obviously are in a what is obviously a prison
man.
block. Inside, just real quick, just general description. You're in a dim, dark fortress made of reshaped stones, as if a temple used to be here and its structure has been molded into a new purpose. Where the floors meet the walls, you can see a milky, viscous membrane that glows, filling the chambers and halls with a dim light. The light it gives off is always dimming gradually, but pulses of energy move through it rhythmically in a fixed direction, renewing the light every few seconds. But maybe more importantly, there is a large tentacly mass in the middle of this room. And you guys did make stealth checks already, but you also did just bamf into the room. So I think we're going to have you stealth check again if you want to not be noticed.
Sounds great.
Damn.
I count.
Virus crit.
Wow.
That's
okay.
2 crits in a row.
That's 2 crits. Funnily enough, the creature did not crit on his perception check, and he still rolled a 24. But because I'm a
Dang.
cool DM, I'm gonna let you guys have it because we gotta honor the crit. I believe in honoring the crit. That's 1 in 20. We don't get to do that all the time. So yeah,
No.
all the 4 of you just just appear in the north end of this room. Pemberley, are you flying for a reason?
No,
Okay.
I don't know where I am.
No, that's fine. We are
Oh, here I am.
Yeah, we're here.
I see me.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, and you can see this tentacly creature. This is it looks like it's mostly like vertically shaped, but it's got a big eye in the middle of its shape, and then it's got tentacles with eyes coming out the top and the bottom in equal measure.
I
And
do
it
not
is
like
just
this.
kind of slowly floating up and down the room, checking the cells mostly.
Should I try to take it out with a well-aimed shot? But that would
There's
be
other things
noisy.
here. There's other things. I look to Zakar, our resident murderizer.
Zakar, can
What's
you
the
take
plan?
Zakar, being next to the wall, is gonna kind of sort of step out and peek his head around this corner.
As you go ahead and finish your sentence.
Because his friends are looking at him like something's fucked up, and it's like, okay, I can't see the fucked up thing. I'm gonna look for the fucked up thing. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it. As you step out, Zakar, Taylor, you can probably see over here, behind this cell, the big tentacly thing. He doesn't see you. You're being quiet enough that he does not catch you, even when you stick your head around the corner. This guy in the cell, he does see you, and you see him fly up against the bars and just go, and then almost immediately, the big guy just comes over and stares into the cell and gets him to back off.
Brando is ready to aim.
Yeah, the
maybe
guy
now's
the
his
guy
chance.
that the guy that saw you looks mostly like humanoid in shape, but he's kind of hunched down on himself like a gorilla. He's got a very angular shaped head, and his back is covered in quills that are 2 feet long.
Yeah, that's pretty safe to say that Zakar has never seen anything quite like that. He does not recognize whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
That said, Zakar is going to take a step back and look over to his friends, and using hand signals, gesture a series of hand movements that are unmistakably, on my mark, murder.
Brando is aiming his portable thunder.
Okay. If you guys are getting ready to cause some hurt, if that is the absolutely next thing that is going to happen.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to need y'all to roll initiative.
Panshi, you're blocking the dice roller.
Okay. Pemberley got a 14. Zakara got a
Turn your cat
16.
butt.
Okay.
All right, surprise round.
Yes, the creature is surprised for this round, and we are going to start with Brando. Combat has
Okay.
begun.
Going to fire. Oh, I hope this works. I should have tried it. Oh well. Attack. Or wait, no. I need to check for the save.
Yeah, I think it's a deck save for most of your stuff.
Yes. So can it make the deck save?
It rolls an 11.
So it failed.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do normal. Wait, that was the wrong thing.
That was a 2-hit,
I am
which
still in
you
there.
shouldn't.
Okay,
You
yeah.
shouldn't have a. I don't think you have a ranged attack on that.
Let's see. So 5d6. I'll just manually do this. Roll 5d6. I wish I could say it was on fire. But 21 damage.
21.
And also, since I'm just going to move Brando forward here. Yeah. Let's see. Down? Nope. Okay, I'm forced to move this way since I can't move around the teleporter. And
You can't move around the teleporter?
well, I meant to go around, so I'm not stepping directly on the teleportation.
Oh, yeah, it's not going to teleport you anywhere by accident. It functions the same one as the one that was outside, if that makes sense.
But yeah, moving here. Hopefully the fire will get in the way of the eyes a little bit. Probably not.
Yeah, yeah. So you throw an alchemist fire. You guys watch as a little alchemist fire grenade comes out and hits the creature. It's immediately engulfed in flames and starts wailing.
Brando's the hand signal to like go.
Yeah. The next thing that happens is it starts to turn in your direction, and the moment it does, the creature in the cell launches a quill at the creature.
Like it.
Team attack.
Let me double check.
New friend.
Yeah.
It can attack us through the bars, so we'll need to take it very cautiously.
It
Oh, I
does
thought
not.
it was using a quill.
Yeah,
check
it
on
it
the-
doesn't hit, but what it does do is it turns its it kind of rotates itself a little bit, and its tail just hucks a 2-foot long spine at the creature, but does not hit it. And then it's the car's turn.
We're both fighting it.
Okay.
All right, I need to use the restroom, so be right back.
2, 3, oop. And two smack.
Very good.
Cool. Mac. Oh, that might not be good.
Yeah, that does not hit. Go ahead and give me
okay.
damage though for each of these as we go.
Oh, as we go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody says boop.
All right, 10. Nice.
That hits.
Yep. Okay. 8 more damage.
How does 18 grab you?
18 works.
Cool.
Target is bloodied, by the way.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand your mathematical persuasion then.
Mhm.
Yeet.
9 damage. Okay.
That's it.
All right. At the end of Zakar's turn, it is Pemberley's turn.
I'm just gonna go this way and gonna cast firebolt at it.
Okay. AC is 15. That's what we
15.
needed. Perfect shot. It was already on fire, but more fire can't hurt. God, you have very large firebolts. Jeez.
At level 15, yeah, even
Yep.
firebolt from a
Mhm.
wizard, like,
Yep.
yeah, no, 3d10, firebolt,
Oh,
fucks.
shit. Oh, shit. What was it? Damn it. Sorry. Screwed something up. Okay. Is that you, Pemberley?
Then she's gonna go back and
And hide.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't get a turn because it's still surprised. All right.
not very
6
well.
stealth. Not great. All right, Cyrus. You're up. You see Pemberley does the chopper move where trying to hide, but most of the body's still hanging out.
Yeah. Am I not on drag my character? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can get there. I wish to smash. Dang it! I
Okay.
closed my window.
AC is 15.
Fire smasher. Attack.
Smasher. That'll hit.
Fire smasher. Damage. Wait, no. It should be in the chat. Last. Theory? Never mind. I
It should be in
forgot.
the first window. Should be.
Yeah, we haven't got it set up correctly. My fault. Sorry. I've been ruined by using the other app for this.
I can see the damage roll.
Can you?
Yeah.
Why can't I make it work?
In the big thing, the big card that says Far Smasher that you clicked on.
Yeah.
Under the card, it should say attack and then damage.
All I see is the attack.
Here's me rolling the damage for you. It was 13.
Thank you. And now I get to attack again. Sorry.
It's dead on the first one.
All right, never mind
How do you want to do this?
then. With the mace glowing to its squishy head, looking away a little bit because gross.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing is on fire, and then Zakar comes up and is like, bam, 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 and then you just walk in and wallop on it. It's dead by the time you have brought the mace down. And that's the end of the surprise round. If you guys don't want to be in initiative anymore, we can do that.
That's funny.
Why am I damaged? I don't know why I'm damaged.
I don't know. When was the last time you clicked the long rest button?
That was a long time ago.
You might go ahead and click the long rest button.
Because your dad's missing, that's why.
Yeah.
Couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we're out of initiative, then we need to make this quick.
Can we attempt to look at this creature over here?
Sure.
You
I mean,
feel free to- I see more creatures.
this guy or
The one in here.
oh yeah. When you get up to the if you want to get up to the bars, it'll get up to the bars right on the other side and like hands on the bars and just like.
Still seems aggressive.
He seems upset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to make a nature check?
Also, Brando's like,
Yes.
does anybody speak common?
I mean, everybody speaks common.
Well, I mean,
to-
No,
like,
he means to the prisoners.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What happens when you say that is that a baboon grabs onto the bars and goes, It just like thrashes at the bars at you.
What is? Oh, this is a dead thing.
Yeah. What you can see further in the further in is a dead Kenku in the corner. In the neighboring cell, what appears to be a dead octopus.
Oh.
And this is a door, right?
Yes. Cyrus, you just crit on a nature check. I can go ahead and tell you. You probably ran into a couple of these creatures during the fight with the Empress. This is a spined devil.
Okay. You know what? He's fine in here. Yeah, you know what? You're probably fine. Yep, sorry.
He yells at you as you leave.
Shall we check this door then?
Do we not want to free this monkey?
I mean, sure, we can free the monkey.
Didn't the monkey respond to you asking if anyone could speak common?
It makes monkey noises.
Yeah, monkey noises.
Hey, monkey, nod if you understand us.
Make an animal handling check.
Yeah, that's about right.
The monkey throws poop at you.
Ah! All right,
moving on. Then Brando fires a little bit here to an acid round. So since it's an inanimate object, it takes max damage. Or wait.
And what?
Oh, do I want to do that?
What are you attacking?
His monkey.
No, let it be. It threw poop. It gets to suffer. It knows what it did.
All right. Now going forward, because when you guys have control of your tokens, you're likely to just start doing stuff before everybody's ready. So like, how do you guys want to do that? Are you okay with just like letting everybody just free ball through here, or should we like roll initiative?
Roll initiative.
Bro, we have spent over a decade free balling every second of this game.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to say. If you're going to do anything, and I mean anything, narrate what you're doing before or during you doing it. Like, I'm going to peek around this corner, I'm going to walk down this corridor, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Just so that we all know what's going on instead of you guys just being, just video gaming your way through this dungeon.
Fair enough. I would like to finish investigating this room.
We don't have much time. Do it quick.
Okay. We maybe he's here. We don't know. I'm just gonna check every door to make sure he's not in this room.
Real quick, I know we're coming up on 10 o'clock. How spicy is already feeling?
I could go a little bit longer.
I could go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
We can do one more room.
I would be cool with one more room.
However you want to do it.
One more room then. So let's have Zakara kick down that door.
Got it.
I mean, it's open.
Yeah. Yeah, but kick.
You kick it open loudly.
And
you're met with a corridors going in 3 different directions.
All right.
Oh boy.
What's going on?
I think I got a flashlight.
Yeah, encircling
Zakar looks over his shoulder and gestures forward, left, and right. And then gives a hand motion to "Don't follow me," and slowly steps forward.
Okay.
And lightly moves down the front corridor.
Okay.
Which is 1, 2, 3.
Brando is also aiming his gun, ready to fire. Or aiming forward.
Chris, what am I looking at here?
You come into a room. There appears to be like a low desk. It's covered in all kinds of really weird accoutrement that you could not even begin to identify. And just to be clear, you can see the little door icons, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seeing that, Taylor?
What are we defining as a door icon?
You see
It
this
looks
right
like a tiny
here?
door.
Do you see the little door icon? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. I just
Real-
wanted you to be aware of that because you did walk past two of them like they didn't exist, and it occurred to me maybe you can't see it.
Okay,
They're
so
pretty
real
small.
talk, I was not zoomed in close enough to perceive those as doors. Those just look
Yeah.
like weird wall details.
Okay.
So yeah, no, we're okay. We're here.
Mhm.
We're doing it.
Okay. You guys just watch the car like go down a hallway.
Okay.
Okay.
He takes another step forward and looks back and then waves his friends to him.
Okay.
Let's see, taking a quick look there. Okay.
Can I just take like 2 steps south and use my life vision to see if there's anything behind this final door down here? Unless I got checked and I didn't notice it.
This door down here.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the range on your vision? Does it
I
reach
think
that
it's
far?
30 feet. It's 30 feet. So I think if
There-
I go down here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, 30 feet would get you there. I can
Cover.
also. You don't see anything down in that direction using your life vision. However, on the behind the east wall, there's a bunch of dudes.
Bunch of glowy shapes.
Mm-hmm. And a couple
Okay.
more to the northeast.
Okay.
It would indicate to you,
Oh.
like Cyrus, you can't see it yet, but there's 2 doors that Zakar walked past going down the
Yeah.
hallway. You could easily tell there's a lot of people in those 2 rooms.
It's a car. Wait. How far ahead is he? I don't want to shout.
You don't even see
Down
him anymore.
down the hall.
I'm casting.
You want-
I'm casting sending. Freaking. Wait. Where? I got a stone. No. Shoot. I don't have the stone for Zakar. Do I? I don't have my notebook here. I didn't expect to play. I just cast sending.
Okay.
Zakar. There's like a whole bunch of guys in this room that you passed over here. We should maybe A, be careful, and B, check it.
Oh wait,
Zakar
are
looks
these
at the
doors
other.
doors?
Are they what?
Like
This one?
these 2 right here.
Yeah, those are doors.
I am marking off a spell slot.
Can Brando? Do I have just a plain piece of rope? I almost want to tie the doors together.
That's awesome. I love that.
If anybody has a rope, Brando is tying these 2 doors together.
You guys are level 15 adventurers. If you don't have a rope, you
I
have a rope.
I think
Yeah.
I have a regular rope.
Yeah.
So yes, we're using the regular rope.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you have no problem. Yeah, you knot around one doorknob, knot around the other doorknob, pull it tight. Yeah, done.
All right. Good. Onwards.
Okay, that's done.
Brando, are you sure that one of those glowy shapes is not your dad?
And Cyrus,
Check
I can, let me see. Cyrus, can you, if I ping things, can you see it through the, yeah, you
Yes.
can just see it when I do that. Okay, there's a guy there. There's a
Okay.
guy here, and then this entire, like, west wall, there's, like, 4 other guys. And right above you,
Sorry, I just relay that information.
yeah. And on the opposite wall, there's 2 guys right on the other side of this wall, and another guy further in.
Can I
So-
tell if any of them are small glowy shapes, like Brando sized?
I would say, let me check one thing. Most of them you would say I would say are medium-sized creatures.
Okay.
Let me just double check. Yeah, I would say they're all medium-sized creatures.
Okay. Never mind. I don't think your dad's in this room.
Okay.
Moving-
Onwards.
Unless he's gotten very tall, in which case there's a problem.
If you see something me-sized through a wall, let us know.
Will do.
All right. Onwards.
Okay. onwards means Cyrus, you're
Right.
on door duty.
Okay.
Ergo,
I go stand
all
in front of
vision, please.
Give me 1
stand in
second.
front of the door and stare into it.
Give me 1 second.
My
Oh.
broken
God,
powers.
I know that we've messed with this before. I don't think I can just give you a persistent. I don't think I can give
Aura.
you a persistent aura that we can see, which would be really convenient.
I think you were able to before. It was just very distracting.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a 30-foot.
Maybe a cone? Can you make a cone attached to my face?
30. That's 30 feet right there. So now I could just move this. It is a little obnoxious, but I can move this wherever we need it, and I'm gonna make it like a yellowy color. There we go.
Ah, nice.
So that's the range of your Bahamut vision. That
Ooh.
being said, there is a medium-sized creature right here.
Whoa.
I'll point that out. Once again, I appreciate our caution, but are we sure that none of these are people that need rescuing?
We can get them on the way out.
I was gonna say one problem at a time, Cyrus. We're looking for someone more important first.
All right, fair enough. I'll move ahead
Okay.
to the next door down here.
All right. I gotta find my. Here we go. Gotta move the template. You don't see anyone new.
Okay. Moving up to the next door.
You see one new life form right in the middle of this room.
Are they medium sized?
I would say this is small to medium.
Brando.
Low
we
to
got
the
a small
ground.
medium.
Low to the ground.
Low to the
thick.
ground. I'm not
It could be a
I'm not
slime.
convinced.
It's
Low to the ground.
it's
could be
It could be a dwarf if they were laying down.
okay.
That's what it looks like.
Probably beefier than your dad, unless he's. And you know, it's been a while since I've seen him. Maybe he's been working out. I don't know. It's
Okay.
probably not your dad, but you could check if you want.
Thick. You know what? If it's a dwarf, he might have information. Consensus, everybody?
Yep.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay,
Go.
we're going for it. I think
Go for it.
it was this door.
I think it was
I'm
up
trying
here.
not to click
The
door.
target is right here.
But before we open that up, if we explore down here, any more like visions over here or over here or over here?
Stand where you're gonna stand, Cyrus. I will adjust.
It'll stay exactly where Brando is.
Okay, nothing new.
Okay, nothing new to
Okay.
report. Just up yonder.
I think we can check the door.
Give the door a knock.
Yeah, I
Get
do.
a haircut.
Yeah.
I do
Twilight.
apologize for like some of these doors being off center. Whoever made this map was they chose violence. So who's opening the door?
Um,
Do you want me
let's
to?
have Brando kick open the door and point his gun.
Okay.
Okay.
Brando, you kick open the door. You point your gun at a treasure chest surrounded by bones.
Aha!
Closing the door.
Good man.
What did you see, Brando? Was it a dwarf?
It was not a dwarf.
Okay.
It was very hungry.
Oh. All right.
Okay, onwards.
Moving on.
Okay.
Is there a hallway here?
Yeah, there's a hallway down here.
Ah. I see.
Oh, I see an opening there, so let's scan it by going down.
Ping.
Okay.
I'm pinging.
Cyrus, as soon as you get to that spot, you see a person here.
Large, medium, small?
Medium.
Okay. There's a person there on the left. Feel real weird about just moving past all these possible people.
Oh my gosh, it's so freaking clutch.
Trust me, the thing I saw wasn't people.
Is it
ate people.
clutch? I mean, yeah.
The
But
car
what if
that
they're all prisoners?
you bringing up the rear of the car?
I'm.
Oh,
You
know what?
No, because I'm moving like one bit at a time.
Okay.
So I mean, the answer is yes, but also it's like as a car is bringing it through, but also kind of lost in thought in so much as like this is bad. This is tight corridors and a fuckload of doors.
Yeah.
And
A lot of shapes.
I'd say let's keep on scanning down here.
Um,
Don't know if you guys can see me. Cyrus
well-
Fall.
while I'm doing scanning, can I also do another scan? Can I also have locate object going in case there's a friendship token around?
Yeah, I mean, your light vision is constant. It's not even a spell you have to concentrate on. It just is.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and cast a spell.
Okay.
Zakar is going to deviate
Okay.
as well.
All right.
I'm casting locate object on friendship tokens just in case we got a friend stuck in here.
Okay. What?
It's 1,000-foot range.
I kind of assume that Ralos has a friendship token, but
Yep.
Can we back that up?
Oh, let me check the
forget.
list. I don't know if it's on the list. It may not be on the list. Hold while I find stuff. What a beast. Friendship coins. I do not have him on this list.
All right.
Boot Wizard's got a coin.
Okay, that's irrelevant
Yeah.
to our situation.
Man. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave that up just in case.
Mhm.
For Ralos or anybody else who might be in here.
Yeah,
yeah.
there is one person nearby in here. They're medium sized and they are I'm gonna. Can I get you to make an insight check, Cyrus?
Sure.
And Zakar, if you are up to something, go ahead.
Well, Zakar saw an abnormal light source down this way.
Okay.
Which
Sure.
has led him to an abnormal room.
Mm-hmm.
Which is looking really fucking weird.
Do you wish to investigate it?
He is investigating it.
Yeah.
You
look in real quick and you see a room. It's it's basically it's a small library basically. There's it's full of bookshelves and it's got two big tables with some stuff strewn about on it. But this looks like a place where books would come off the shelf and then you'd sit and read it and that's it. On an 18,
and there's obviously doors behind me and
yes,
doors on the other side.
Yep. Cyrus, on an 18 insight, when you were going through that hallway before and you were seeing a bunch of people on either side, you could tell from their shapes that they were very listless kind of individuals. There was something about them that just seemed they didn't seem very active. The person in this room looks the opposite. And in the way that you see them like moving around in place, you get the feel like whoever's in here is way more cognitive than the people that you passed by. So through process of elimination, that was probably like thralls back there, like people who were in the same position as your kobold friend. This person does not appear to be affected in that way.
Okay. Brando, I don't think it's your dad, but I think we should check on the person in this room. At least they might be a dangerous person, but they seem different than the others. I'm on top of you.
Does
Where are
the
you?
car want to join
are.
us, or shall we just
Where's
go at
Pemberley?
it?
Where's the car? I was staring ahead.
I'm right beside you.
Pemberley's here.
Actually, I was. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm using my light vision, so I
I'm
can't
move
like see
this out
you
of
at
the
the
way
moment.
for now.
I'll be button
Closing my
around the
ro-
corner.
Closing my robe of eyes.
Shikar just going places.
A little bit, because he's like, okay, library doors, or like double doors, other double doors, room. Where the fuck is this tunnel going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this was not dangerous? The car was able to pass?
Well, you don't know, Brando.
I don't know. Interesting. But yeah, we could check out whatever's in here. But it's medium size, or
I
A
think it's
medium-sized creature,
medium-sized.
yeah. It
they're-
looks too tall to be Ralos.
I don't think it's Relos, but they're active, and the other ones we passed were just kind of lying there, kind of like our kobold friend. They just weren't moving much. This person might not be a thrall yet,
I would say
or they might
let's
be
go down here,
mind
see if
flayer. I
there's
don't know.
something else, and then we can check this room.
Okay.
Because if they send warning, although it seems to be just prisoners and stuff in here. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, this place has been
But yeah.
eerily quiet.
But yeah, Cyrus, to where I'm at.
Cyrus is from where you're standing. Well, okay.
It's alright. Yep.
As soon as you get about halfway down this corridor, you see a small-sized humanoid right here.
Oh. Are they active or are they listless?
I would say they're not listless.
Okay, Brando, wait. Right down south here. We need to find a door. There's a small person.
I see a door.
I don't see a door.
Pemberley?
I need to zoom in more, apparently.
Yeah.
Up. Also, does Cyrus detect anything from here?
No, nothing new.
Okay.
You get to a door, Brando. I'm gonna ask for a moment. I'm gonna be like, Zakar, what you doing? Since they're off just doing shit.
The answer is looping around this way.
Okay.
Because that's okay. That's corridor. moving.
That's the end of the corridor.
Dead end. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Boop.
A slanted wall.
No. Okay. Doubling back.
Okay.
No. He looks around the corner, sees the dead end, and it's just like
there's a little door here.
Fuck. Yeah. No. He sees the dead end and the door, and it's just like. Internally, he's just like, I hate doors. Then quickly followed by, like, are you listening to yourself right now? And it's like, yes, I am. Shut up, me. The doors suck, and this place is a maze. But that said, he is going to deviate further and knock on the door.
You knock on the door?
Yes.
Oh, no.
The knock, makes a cavernous noise in these empty halls, but nobody answers.
Yeah. Okay. Moving out. We're not doing that.
He thought about it though. He thought about opening the door. We all saw it.
The furthest door in the furthest corner, as far away from his friends as he can possibly be. It's like, oh yeah, let's fuck with that. No, No.
Let me know when you want to go back to us.
I think. Well, what's next, Zakar? They covered a lot of ground, so.
Oh yeah, no, they're moving fast. But once again, on the subject of bad ideas,
Mm-hmm.
like Zakar is looking at these double doors right here, and it's like, okay, we went through this area. Cyrus didn't see anything. Let's carefully open these doors.
Okay. I'm going to switch to the other guys real quick.
Yep.
We're going to come back to that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Brando, you're at a door.
All right. Hand on portable thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Hand on the door. Slowly opening the door.
It is locked.
Okay. Taking a vial of alchemist acid, not firing it from portable thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Once this door goes down, there's no closing it back up. Just softly breaking the vial on the door so it can take maximum damage.
Yeah, you can just pour the acid out on it.
Yeah,
sure.
pouring the acid.
Mm-hmm. That I think that's gonna use up like a use. If you have like limited uses of those, this would use up
I
one.
have unlimited uses.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. Yeah. You just fuck. Yeah. You pour some acid out onto the doorknob until eventually you can either just like knock it off the hinges, or knock it off the door jamb, or you can just get to the internals and make it open. And you do manage to circumvent the lock.
Hey!
In the middle of the room is a rather large cylindrical cage, and inside you can see your father. And he looks a little worse for wear, but he's still very lively.
I'm glad we decided to explore more. Brando gets in, but he also you know what? Perception.
Okay.
Making sure that this room isn't booby trapped in some way. It might be, but if it is, Brando has 1 or 2 plans available.
Okay.
Can I help?
Perception.
No, never mind. Never mind.
All right. Well, good news, Brando. You are maxed out on those points. What is your what are you perceiving? I should have asked you beforehand.
You know what? I can also do Arcana, but seeing if there's any traps.
Okay. You don't see any traps. All you see is like a weirdly empty room, except for like this big cage in the middle. And as soon as the door opens, Rallis sees you and is like, Brando?
Yes. Are we able to come in?
I believe so. Oh,
okay.
You are not also a prisoner here.
Thankfully no. Thankfully we found you on practically the first door we opened.
He gives a sigh of relief and he's like, "That is my boy."
Using my noggin. I got from my dad. And then Brando tries to get like a tool or how is it kept in a cage?
Yeah, just imagine like a big like cylindrical shaped cage, like a bird cage, but made of like big wrought iron bars.
Okay, you think anything will happen if I try to dismantle this?
I do not believe so. They have been using only terrestrial means to build this facility, so I don't think there's any reason you couldn't just pick that lock there, and we'll be out of here.
All right. Let me pick the lock. Did they do what I fear might have been done to you? Do you have one of those things swimming in your head?
No. Most interesting. It would be in their best interest to do so. I have a suspicion that I am incompatible.
Incompatible?
Yes.
Hey?
More research will be required.
Interesting. All right, let's get you out of here first. Do you know if they put your gear anywhere?
No, I only had what was on me when the teleport occurred, which is to say, not a great deal. I did lose a weapon that I used to try and ward off one of the creatures, and I fear I just made it angry.
What do I have in my arsenal that I can give to him? One sec.
You already gave your talking doll to somebody.
Yeah, or else it would have protected him, but...
Zakar, are you going to do something while this conversation's happening?
Uh,
Oh, right, you're opening a door. Never mind.
No, I'm opening a door. You cut away from me, sir.
Yeah. Yep. I will say, while this is happening, you just, you're going to quietly open a door?
Yes.
All right, make a stealth check. Or sleight of hand, I'll even...
Stealth is better for me, so...
Yeah.
Oh, cool, I still have my hand...
29.
Real good. Okay. You managed to open the door and peek inside. What you see is a pretty big, grandiose chamber, and in the middle is some kind of machine that is linked up to several smaller apparatuses arrayed around it. And behind them is a kind of sequestered off area, which appears to be some kind of, maybe a control center of some kind. And you do see an illithid therein. But he does not see you open the door.
Great, and he's not going to see me.
You gotta shut the door?
Yeah, can shut the door, and then jump backwards and skirt around this whole little block, I guess, and back to where he had last seen his friends.
Make a perception check as you're walking past here.
22.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you definitely hear on, I guess, on your left, so down this corridor. But you see this door right here? Yeah. Behind that door, you hear some screaming. Well, not screaming, but yelling.
As in the incoherent kind?
No, no, you hear words, but they're a little bit muffled. You can make out things like, I can hear you out there.
Oh.
Okay, Zakar gets distracted and is like, what? That's the first comment I've heard out of one of these doors. Does it... It's obviously not incoherent, but like, what is it saying?
You hear what sounds like a female voice just being mad, and yelling through the door.
Let me out of here.
Okay, cool. Knock on door.
You knock on the door. The voice gets real quiet when you knock on the door.
Okay, great. Zakar, like, what is this door like? Actually, answer me that.
It's a pretty nondescript, like, wooden door, like you would find in a tavern or an inn or a house, or yeah. There's really nothing remarkable about it. It does have a lock on it, but it does not appear to be locked.
Oh, okay. Zakar is going to put himself near the opening of the door and be like, some of us are trying to be discreet. If you can do that, I can help you.
After a second, she responds in a much more loud enough that you can hear her clearly, but no longer like yelling down the hallway. Responds in a much calmer tone. She says, "You're not with them."
No. They've already tried to kill me multiple times.
All right. Yeah, we can party.
Great.
He steps aside and just kind of like puts his back against the stone and like opens the door just like the slightest bit and just like lets it go.
Okay. You crack the door open. You don't see anything immediately from where you're standing. And while that's happening, Brando, sorry, what?
So we're getting Rallo scared up a little bit. I'm giving him my old hand crossbow. Let's see, giving him some caltrops.
Okay.
Let's see what else. Decanter of endless water, so I can push something away from him.
All right.
And a potion of healing.
All right. Cool. That's just enough that. Yeah.
Bolts. Yeah.
Sure. All right. You will struggle to hold all of those, but it's enough.
Just of disappearance.
Rando, I only have so many arms and pockets, but thank you. I appreciate your enthusiasm on this matter.
We detected a lot of other life forms. I'm guessing there is other prisoners. Would it be beneficial for us to try freeing them on our way out?
Potentially. There's a great deal of ones that are under their care, but not all of them, I figure.
We might have discovered a way to tell their kind, well...
With all due respect, my son, could you pick this lock?
Yeah, well, he's been picking the
Yeah,
lock.
okay. Go ahead and make a check for that, a dex check.
All right. Otherwise, I'll do the alchemist acid.
I would say these bars are probably a bit thick for that.
Okay. Picking the lock. Yeah. And sleight of hand. Sure.
Great. Yeah, you get this open, no problem. And your dad is eager to free himself.
Okay. We do have a way of telling our ones that are allied with us, or potentially allied with us, against their kind. Shall we free a few and raise hell on the way out?
I mean, we do so at our own peril. Who knows which one of them is in league with the creatures?
That is fair. One or two should do.
I mean, are there any indicators if they're in league?
Generally, if they're a thrall, it's pretty easy to see. The slack jaws, the drooling on the floor, the 1,000-yard stare into nothing. Yes, it's very apparent, typically.
Okay.
Brando's willing to be a little bit greedy to free people, especially since Cyrus has been wanting it. And we have a way to tell them apart.
Listen, I am in no condition to argue with my rescuers, but whatever we're doing, we should do it quickly.
All right.
Will the thralls fight back?
If they are told to. But between you and me, most of them are nothing to scoff at for a warrior of your caliber.
All right. So we saw a person here, and I feel like we saw another person around here.
Yeah, I suspect Zakar went to talk to them, but yes.
Yeah, if you guys want to make your way back.
Yep.
Yeah.
On that note, I am going to cast Sending again to Zakar. Wait. I still can't remember if
I think, yeah, we can say about this time you guys catch up with Zakar.
I'm pretty sure I have a stone for Zakar.
Yeah, you do. I think.
Pemberley, you going somewhere?
I don't know.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Sorry.
We're going back the way we came so far.
Pemberley, are you going somewhere?
Oh, no. I was just,
Okay. No, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. I just need to know what's up. Yeah,
I'll
you
cast
guys.
Sending in case it is.
Yeah, Zakar, as you are opening this door, your friends are returning. In case you can't see, Zakar is right around this corner.
Yeah, no,
I got a little lost.
Aha! I see it.
I'm also thinking we might need the allies, because I'm not sure if our team... Brando talks into the Sending Stone. Have our allies arrived yet?
Who are you talking to, Brando?
Query?
Query.
Query. Query would say, like, don't you think you'd be the first to know?
That's fair. Okay. So we can't rely on backup. We probably need some allies. I'm guessing. It would probably be good to have a few extra hands on deck.
Sure.
I get the feeling that Brando is like mostly talking to himself. Like, you're doing the thing that your dad does, where it's just like, I have a plan and it's in my head and nowhere else.
So yes, we are opening up this.
Yeah. So Zakar very cautiously opens the door, and you just kind of walk past and look into it, like, all right, what's going on in here? Inside, you see a very similar cage to the one that your dad was in, but inside, it's much smaller. And cramped into it is this woman, clearly of Shadowkai descent. Her tattoos are floral.
That is super cool.
She's freaking rad looking.
Yes. Do you want to break out of here with us?
She's like, yeah.
All right. Then let's free her.
You're smaller than you sounded.
Zakar pokes his head around the window, like, yeah, because it was me.
Yeah,
Ignore
that's
him.
Yeah, and she points at you, Zakar, and goes, "That's more like it."
Okay, slay a van, breaking her out.
Zakar turns to Pemberley, Ralos, and Cyrus, and it says to them, gestures, like, down the corridor to the right. Big squid, contraption. If we're killing one thing on the way out, it's that.
Big squid contraption?
Sounds fun.
Like, is it the thing that controls?
I don't fucking know, Cyrus. Do I look like I speak squid?
Why that squid?
I think
I want to answer that question.
the woman kind of like as soon as like the doors open, Brando, she just kind of reaches out and grabs the axle of your copter and points it away from her so she can walk past you out of the room without getting her head cut off.
That is fair.
And she's like, "You guys see a sword? Did you see an illithid impaled on a sword?"
Not yet.
No. We haven't opened very many doors, to be fair.
Fuck.
Do you need a sword?
I would love a sword. I would love my sword.
We do have a way to tell friendlies from the enemy, we hope.
Okay.
So
my sword's not friendly, so that doesn't help me.
You need a weapon.
Let's try to find the armory.
Brando, focus.
Yes. Okay.
We did what we set out to accomplish here.
Okay.
Also, as he's saying this,
Brando leaves.
Zakar is rifling through his bag and pulls out and pulls out the flame tongue greatsword, the trident of fish tongue.
Wow.
And says to our new acquaintance here, pick one.
Okay, so it's a great sword and a trident.
Yes.
Okay. She looks at the trident and she's like, not sharp enough. She looks at the greatsword and goes, too heavy.
Zakar just kind of huffs, stuffs them back into the bag.
No.
Shut up. I'm saving you. And pulls out the Echo nunchucks.
She looks at them and she's like, would you take that out of a horse's mouth or something? I'll take the trident.
All right. Trident.
Okay. She takes the trident.
by the way, who the fuck are you?
Oh yeah. We should introduce ourselves.
I don't know who the fuck are you.
I was the one who asked first.
I'm bigger.
Yeah,
Hi,
but
my
we can
name's
still
Cyrus
kill you, so
Brightblade.
shut up.
Nice to meet you.
Hi,
we
Cyrus.
should
Nice
keep-
to meet you. I'm Krapelka.
Krapelka, what a name. We should be getting out of here.
I agree.
Anybody else that you know that is locked up that could provide useful?
I don't know shit. I don't know anybody in this place.
That is fair. All right, going down this way.
Cat.
Going down. I need my Cyrus radar.
Oh, sorry. I am the radar now.
Everybody.
This is my life.
Everybody just starts
So-
booking.
Just tell me where to point my hollow eyes.
So is everybody just moved? Is everybody just gonna follow Brando at this point?
The answer is no,
Okay.
Okay.
because Brando started moving
Mhm.
while we were talking,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and Zakar had this whole mission of we have a secondary objective now down the
Kill the
hallway
squid.
Yeah.
here.
Then shall we just take it
So now we're just like, who's following who?
Who's on
Fair enough.
first?
Well, no, not even who's on first. Of
Mhm.
like which party member is following who and what.
Sakar, tell us about this squid. Why is this squid special? Why do we gotta kill it?
Because it's in the room with the contraption, and we need to break the thing.
What's the...
Okay.
Okay.
What are we
do it.
breaking and why?
We don't know what it
It's
is,
just a thing.
but it's a squid thing. So let's break it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm into that.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
Also, there's only one of them, so if we do it quick, we might be okay.
Mhm.
Hey,
Let's go for
Sakar,
it.
do you think the Raven Queen might be held here?
Zakar
probably
stops
place-
and is like, I don't know.
There's probably dungeons like this, like, all over the world at this point.
Well, I mean, you're the magic one here, Cyrus, and can see things and do things, so that's kind of more of a question for you.
Krapelka like slowly turns her head at you, Cyrus, and she's like, "The fuck are you talking? The Raven Queen?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We met her.
She needs help.
Yeah.
She kind of sighs and is like, "You guys are a trip. Let's go break this thing, please."
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's only
Breaking
gonna get
first.
worse. Anyway.
All right.
Okay, Zakar leads since he knows where the thing is.
All right.
No, it's a door that you walked past before. It's like it's fine.
Oh, this thing?
No, this thing.
No, that's like if you peek in there, that's a library, like very clearly normal library. Zakar gestures doors, and once again is like, on my mark, we murder, directional, straight ahead into doors.
Okay.
Do we want to stop here for the night?
Yes.
Oh. Probably
Okay,
we
we
call.
do.
I feel like we've run over time.
Yeah, I think this is a good point. Otherwise, it's probably going to get intense.
We're
This feels like a boss room.
No, I'm sure I am leading us into a boss room that will
Well,
probably go horribly awry. But
I mean, whatever happens here is going to take a while, and we're already coming up on 11. So I think now is a great time. All right.
Yeah.
Well, good fun, everybody.
That went very, very well. That went probably the best, given the situation, probably the best we could have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's
we're not
very
out of it
close.
yet. Sorry for haxering.
Hectoring.
You're doing what?
Excellent.
Abusing my Bahamut vision.
You're not abusing it. I gave it to you.
It came in extremely handy. Holy cow!
Yeah, no. This is the perfect use.
Mhm.
Optimal.
Mm-hmm.
For once, I can say I'm glad you have no eyes, Cyrus.
Glad to be
Bahamas pigeon.
of service.
All right, everybody say goodnight to YouTube.
Good night,
night,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Or wherever else on the internet we end up.
Yeah, or
Hopefully this
wherever
game's
you're
not-
watching this in 2038.
Yeah.
Yep.